And welcome back to Early Edition of Fox and Friends. First, with things up in the air after caucus night in Iowa, could campaign cash become the deciding factor in who can continue in the race to the White House? Here with his expertise, pollster Justin Wallin. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate having you with us, as always.
Morning, Heather. How are you?
I'm doing great. Let's begin with a look at these numbers that we have so far. The only thing we can report, about 1.87% of the precincts reporting, with Bernie Sanders in the lead, followed by Elizabeth Warren, Pete Buttigieg, Amy Klobuchar, and then Joe Biden coming in down there at the end so far. But of course, these are very early numbers. You know, as a pollster, how do you take this?
Well, what the heck's going on in Iowa? I mean, first, the Des Moines Register poll was scrapped just a few days ago, and now we have this. We have zero optics at all, except money. And it turns out money tells us a lot. So we've got the different candidates who are pulling in a lot of money. Sanders ostensibly has the most money brought in, the most money he spent, the socialist, and the most money he's raised. And he's the best poised to raise money from other people walking out of this, except for the two billionaires, which are quietly spending tens and tens and tens of millions, even hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yeah. As we saw during the Super Bowl with the Super Bowl ad with Bloomberg purchasing that himself. You know, talk about these numbers. You just mentioned it. We can take a look at this in quarter four. Bernie Sanders, as you said, leading in terms of fundraising numbers with $34.4 million raised in the fourth quarter. Over the entire expanse of the campaign so far, he's raised $109 million. And as you said, that matches up with who's in the lead right now. That's followed by Pete Buttigieg. But then you have Joe Biden coming in third, which kind of surprises me a little bit if you look at the comparison between what Bernie Sanders has been able to raise, $109 million, versus Joe Biden, which is $61 million.
Right. And so Biden's whole theme has been that he is most qualified to beat President Trump. And that's actually what voters are looking for right now. So the policy matters. And certainly, we've got this broad swath of policies from the moderate Democrat to the socialist. But right now, they're looking who's most qualified to beat Trump. And the money is going to be an indicator. So one, who wins Iowa, when at some point we will presumably know. And two, this extraordinary amount of money that Sanders has walking into the next state and the following state, whereas Biden just simply doesn't have the gas right now, it seems.
Yeah, and that next state, of course, being New Hampshire, so we can bring up the latest poll there, which is important to say that this came after the no witness vote in the impeachment trial, which is going on all at the same time, and it matches with what you were saying. Bernie Sanders in the lead, 32% in New Hampshire, which, by the way, the last 17 New Hampshire primaries, 14 of those winners went on to be elected president.
Right. I mean, it's funny because New Hampshire doesn't have a tremendous amount of delegates, but it's early. It's the second state out there, and it gets a remarkable amount of media attention. So New Hampshire is incredibly important. It's a bellwether, and it's a bellwether in more ways than one. It has a large proportion of independents, and those independents don't have to vote in a closed primary, so they could choose a Democratic candidate or a Republican candidate. And America tends to view New Hampshire as a bellwether on the independent vote or the swing vote. So it's going to be fascinating what happens there.
All right. And we will be there covering it. Justin, thank you so much for your expertise. We always love having you with us. Thank you.
Thank you.